What the heck is going on at OpenAI, the ChatGPT parent company, and Sam Altman, the co-founder, CDO? He got fired. What the heck's going on? I'm going to tell you now, very quickly, in today's AI in 5. If you don't already know, my name is Jordan Wilson. I'm the host of Everyday AI. We're a daily live stream podcast, free daily newsletter, helping everyday people like you and me learn and leverage AI. So if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. Make sure to go to youreverydayai.com, sign up for the free daily newsletter. There's a little gift in there when you sign up too, so make sure to check that out. All right. Here's a very quick catch up. So on Friday, Sam Altman, the founder and co-founder and CEO of OpenAI, is fired. OpenAI is the parent company of ChatGPT, a tool that we all know and love. Also, Greg Brockman quits as president because of this, and they appoint an interim CEO. The board does, the OpenAI board. Okay, on Saturday, everyone freaks out. Investors are working behind the scenes to bring Sam Altman back because there's grumblings of employees leaving of, oh, is the company worth as much without Sam Altman here? Probably not. Sunday, Sam Altman is meeting with OpenAI. He shares a photo on Twitter of him meeting. And Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella is reportedly mediating those meetings and bringing people together, trying to get things to work. And then overnight on Sunday into the early morning Monday, Emmett Shear, from the former CEO from Twitch, is named the OpenAI CEO interim. And then Sam Altman and Greg Brockman are, according to the Microsoft CEO, going to join Microsoft and run this new AI research arm at Microsoft. Also, 700 employees of OpenAI are reportedly saying, we're going to leave or we're going to follow Sam Altman if the board doesn't resign and they hire him back. It's not a lot. That's not good. 700 of your 770 employees, that's like 90%. Not good when 90% of that happens. So here's 7 things that you need to know. And again, if you want the long version of this, this is the very fast version. Go to youreverydayai.com, click on the episodes. I'll put it in the link here. We did a whole 45-minute rant. This is the fast one. So number 1, what do you need to know to make sense of this? The ink hasn't dried. Nothing is finalized yet. By the time I'm done recording this video, Sam Altman could be back as CEO of OpenAI. He could be, working at Microsoft officially, or he could be somewhere else. The ink hasn't dried. Even there's this story in the last 24 hours where Satya Nadella said he doesn't dismiss the possibility of Sam Altman returning to OpenAI. This is after he said, yes, Sam Altman is joining Microsoft, but anything is possible. Number 2, there are more unknowns than knowns. Like, yo, why did Sam Altman get fired? All the board said, kind of in this statement that they put out on Twitter and elsewhere, is they said he wasn't candid enough in their conversations. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Right? But we do say Emmett Shear, the new interim CEO of OpenAI, shared a tweet. It's super long, so here's just a couple screenshots. But he said, PPS, before I took the job, I checked in on the reasoning behind the change. The board did not remove Sam over any specific disagreement on safety, because there's a lot of speculation like, oh, did OpenAI achieve artificial general intelligence, or AGI, which is when, AI doesn't need us. It's smart enough on its own. Did they build super intelligence? Is GPT-5 the new, CEO of the company? There's so many rumors and speculations, but at least what Emmett Shear confirmed is he said it is not anything because of safety, like an uprising of the bots that happened behind the scenes. So we don't know. There's so many unknowns. One thing we do know is number 3, this is going to impact the entire economy. Okay. OpenAI is a private company. They're not publicly traded. However, let's look at the 5 largest companies in the US according to market cap. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and NVIDIA, in some way, shape, or form, are heavily influenced by what happens at OpenAI and ChatGPT. As an example, NVIDIA, they probably sell a lot of GPUs, not just to OpenAI, but all the millions. There are 2 million developers that use OpenAI for their own tools, and a lot of those people are probably using NVIDIA as well. Microsoft obviously has a 49% ownership stake in OpenAI, and the future of their Copilot 365 operating system. Their operating system relies heavily on the GPT technology. And then in terms of Apple, Alphabet, and Amazon, well, they're not directly, I guess, funding OpenAI in any way, but they are creating competitors and funding competitors as well. So the 5 largest companies in the US, according to market cap, are all either competing or partners with OpenAI. So it's impacting our entire economy. Number 4, OpenAI is at great risk. So we mentioned 700 plus signed a letter saying, hey, OpenAI board, you need to resign and bring Sam Altman back, or we're going to follow him wherever he goes. Not a good look, right? 95% of your workforce walking out of the door, all that institutional knowledge. Hey, yeah, OpenAI, you keep the intellectual property and the weights and all that, but what about the overwhelming majority of all the employees that have that institutional knowledge and can do the work? Not a good look. Number 5, the fifth thing you need to know, the OpenAI board is inept. Sorry. I know that's kind of, well, it's not actually very harsh because people have said a lot of worse things, but how did you not have a plan B and a plan C when your plan A just did not work, right? When this happened, it was announced Microsoft stock on Friday during the latter part of the day went down. Everyone's like, what's going on in the generative AI world? Why is there not a succession plan? Why are there all these employees, 95% threatening to quit? How did the board not have a solid plan? This is roughly a company that was on track to do 100 billion. Yeah. They did more than $1.3 billion in revenue in October. A company that went from essentially zero to more than $1 billion of revenue a month, almost seemingly overnight. And you didn't have a succession plan. You didn't have a backup plan. You didn't have any fail safes. It's been panic in the generative AI streets and in the GPT world. So the board's, inept. Also, how are some board members still on the board when they seemingly have a conflict of interest? So one board member, Adam D'Angelo, who is the CEO of Quora, he has a company, Poe.com, that's technically a competitor, a direct competitor in ChatGPT. So Poe essentially allows you to build kind of custom chatbots on top of existing models. So yes, in that regard, they are a customer of ChatGPT because they're paying OpenAI for that usage, but they're also, you can use other models. So they're technically also a direct competitor. So when Sam Altman at Dev Day on November 7th, 2 weeks ago, announced custom GPTs in the GPT store, timing sounds fishy, right? I don't know. Doesn't add up to me. Number 6, Satya Nadella is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. How did the Microsoft CEO turn a disastrous situation into one of the smartest, I think, plays I've seen in business in a long time? He could, in theory, I mean, this probably won't happen, but he opened up the door. He said, hey, anyone at OpenAI that wants to come work here, come work here. Come work with Sam. If Sam Altman ends up working there, you could essentially acquire the majority of a company. You're not going to get their IP and everything else, but you can acquire the most sought after employees in the world for $0, right? Yeah, you got to pay their salary, maybe match their benefits, stock options, whatever. But normally to acquire a company that's doing $1 billion in revenue a month, it's going to be stupid expensive. Satya Nadella is the GOAT for even having that opportunity. And, everyone said, yeah, Satya Nadella and Microsoft are the biggest winners of the OpenAI meltdown for now. Last but not least, the OpenAI downfall could be catastrophic. Will it be? I don't know. But the fact that we're almost 4 days into this and it's still not settled is extremely problematic for the future of OpenAI. Why? How are there not enough leaders who have a plan in place? It is chaos. The reporting coming out of there, it sounds like they're trying just about everything they can to keep this company afloat, but they didn't actually have a plan. As you see here, OpenAI's customers are considering defecting to Anthropic, Microsoft, Google. Yeah, it's going to be a heyday for anyone in enterprise. Watson X as well. Come in there and swoop up a bunch of customers that are like, what's going on at OpenAI? So to recap, big winner, Microsoft and Sam Altman. Yeah, Sam Altman got fired, but I think he's the big winner in this because he has all the leverage, all the power. He has hundreds of employees that are, saying that they're going to follow him anywhere he goes. And the board, everyone's like, yo, board, you stink. Boo, bring back Sam Altman. Small winner, Amazon and Anthropic, right? Amazon invested in Anthropic. They're also creating their own large language model, but those are winners. Loser, I'd say it's kind of like a push, but they're kind of losing here. Google, because they're going head to head, their most direct competitor is Microsoft, and Microsoft is a huge winner in all this. That puts Google behind the 8 ball a little bit, as well as any OpenAI investor who is not named Microsoft. The value of OpenAI went from a ton to like a big question mark. A big question mark. We don't even know, probably not. But in theory, OpenAI could be shutting down in a couple of weeks. We have no clue. Right now, there is so much instability in a multi-billion-dollar company. We haven't seen the likes of this. I don't know. I'm not super old, but I've never seen this kind of instability in a company this large, this quickly. Literally doesn't happen unless there's some huge scandal, right? So big loser, OpenAI. Yeah, not good OpenAI, but the biggest loser, the OpenAI board. Like, what is this all about? If the most you can do is say Sam Altman was not candid enough in his conversations, and if you don't have any follow-up information, if you don't have a succession plan, that's a very bad look. And I think, especially when it comes to private investment, if Sam Altman does not come back, if I was a private investment company and you need to raise money in the future, I don't have a lot of confidence, if any, in OpenAI because of the board, because of the decisions that they made. Not good decisions. That's it. If you want to go check out the whole episode, go do that. This wasn't 5 minutes. I tried my best. So make sure if this was helpful, let me know, and go to youreverydayai.com. Sign up for the free daily newsletter. Sign up for this YouTube channel as well. All right. Peace.